YARRNEY.
Hello, welcome to YARRNEY. In this tutorial, you will learn how to make this 3D letter Z. So it's pretty easy and suitable for beginners. So the stitches you will need to know for this project are basically the slip knot and chain, then the single crochet, the increase technique, and the decrease technique. So if you're not familiar with any of these stitches and techniques, please don't worry. I will go slow at least once in this tutorial so you can follow along. Otherwise, we do have very slow and detailed tutorial on the YARRNEY channel for each of these stitches and techniques if you would want to watch. Now, in terms of material, I'm using this Big Twist Posh yarn. It's in the bulky number 5 weight. You don't have to use this exact weight of yarn. If you use a bigger or smaller yarn, the size of your letter Z will basically change. If it's a bigger yarn, it's going to be bigger. If it's smaller, the letter is going to be smaller. So that's perfectly fine. Now, other than yarn, I will be using this 5.5 millimeter crochet hook to go with my yarn. If you're using a different yarn, just use a different size of hook that's suitable for your yarn. A yarn needle, don't worry, we're not doing a lot of sewing. It's just at the end to kind of finish off the project. Some scissors to cut your yarn, and then some stuffing. So make sure you have fiber fill, yarn scrap, cotton ball, or old cloth, anything you can use to basically fill the middle portion of this project here so we can achieve this 3D effect. All right, let's get started. To do the 3D letter Z, we will basically do 2 of these flat letter Z's, and then we will put them on top of each other and then do single crochet all around the edge to kind of sew them together, and of course filling the middle to get that 3D effect. As a starting point, we will do a slip knot and chain foundation. To do the slip knot, you take the tail end of your yarn, you wrap it around your finger, you bring it on top of the working yarn, which is the side that's attached to your ball of yarn. You wrap the working yarn around your index finger as well. You have 2 loops. So take the back loop forward here, like this, and you tighten it. So then you can basically take your crochet hook, you insert it in the slip knot, and then you just tighten the slip knot on your hook, and you have your slip knot. So now, the chain foundation, we will start with 23 chains. So to do a chain, you wrap the yarn around your hook, you pull it through the loop on the hook here. So this is 1 chain, and then we do 23 in total. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So this is our foundation chain here. Now we're ready for row number 1. So for row number 1 all the way to row number 7, it's going to be the exact same thing. We're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch. So for a total of 22 single crochet in each row, all the way to row number 7. So for this one here, we're going to start from the 2nd chain from the hook. So the loop on the hook does not count as a chain. So your first chain from the hook is this V formation here. 2nd chain from the hook is this one. So insert your hook in the 2nd chain. Then you pull the yarn back through the chain. Then you have 2 loops on your hook. Wrap the yarn around your hook, pull it through both loops. So this is your first single crochet. Then you will do basically 22 in total for this first row here. So we will just do the entire row together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, so 17 here, 18, 19, we have 20, 21, and lastly 22 here. So this is row number 1. And then, like I mentioned, row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, exact same thing, 22 single crochet on the entire row. So in between each row, remember, you will do a chain. So chain 1, and then turn your project around. So we work from the right to the left. And then you just restart the 22 single crochet for the entire row. So your row number 2 here, 22 single crochet. So you just go ahead and do that. So for row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, do 22 single crochet in each row, and don't forget in between each row to do a chain 1 and turn your project. So I'll meet you back here at the end of row 7 before we start row 8. All right, so I'm at the end of my row 7 here, just doing my last single crochet. Once you've completed that, again, chain 1, turn your project around. And for row 8, it's very simple. All we're going to do is 8 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we will again chain 1, turn our project around. Now basically for row 9 all the way to row number 22, it's going to be a repeat of 2 rows. So I will call this next row, which is row number 9, the row A, and then the row 10, well, I'll call it row B. So basically all the way until row 22, we will do this repeat of row A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. So this is where we're going to build this middle portion here. And so row A, what I call row A, what we're going to do is an increase stitch. So an increase stitch here is basically inserting 2 stitch in 1 stitch. So we're going to do 2 single crochet in this first stitch here. So 1 single crochet here, 1, and then a second one in the exact same stitch. So 2. This is our increase. After that, we're basically going to do 5 single crochet, just 1 single crochet in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then lastly, you will see there's 2 stitches left. So we will do a decrease stitch, meaning we will merge the last 2 stitches together. So to do that, you insert your hook in the next stitch, pull the yarn back through the stitch, and then you immediately insert your hook in this last stitch, pull the yarn back through, and then you have 3 loops on your hook. Wrap the yarn on your hook, pull it through all 3 loops. So this is a decrease stitch. So this is your basically row number A, so the repeat of row number A. Now you would chain 1, turn your project around. Now for row B, which will be the repeat, we will start with a decrease stitch. So we will merge the first 2 stitches together. So insert your hook under the stitch, pull the yarn back, insert your hook in the second stitch, pull the yarn back, and then pull the yarn through all 3 loops. Then we will do 5 single crochet, so 1 in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So then it will leave you with 1 stitch at the end here, which we will end with an increase stitch, meaning we will insert 2 single crochet in this last stitch here. So I'm starting with my first here. So 1, and then the second single crochet in this exact same stitch. So this is your repeat B row, right? So chain 1, turn your project around, and then we're going back to the repeat of row A again. So we're just basically doing A, B, A, B, A, B all the way until row number 22. 2. So you're basically just going to do this repeat of AB 7 times. So we already did 1 time of the row A and B. So we have 6 more times of row A and B to repeat. So row A, remember we start with an increase. So 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. Then we follow by 5 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we end with a decrease stitch, merging the last 2 stitches together. Chain 1, turn your project, and then we're at the row B, which we will start with a decrease stitch, merging the first 2 stitches together. Then 5 single crochet, 1 in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the last stitch is an increase, so 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. So then chain 1, turn your project around, and again we're back to our A B restart. So row A here, increase in the first stitch, so 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and then 2, followed by 5 single crochet, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the last stitch is a decrease, so 1 and 2 here, merging the 2 stitches together, and then you will chain 1, turn your project around, and we're at the row B here, so we will decrease as a first stitch, and then 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the last stitch will be an increase, so 2 single crochet in the same stitch, 1 and 2. Chain 1, turn your project around. So we've basically completed this combination of repeating row A and B, A and B, A and B 3 times. You just need to repeat row A and B 4 more times. So basically you will add row AB 1 more time, and then AB another time, AB another time, and then AB. So you have basically 8 more rows to go, just repeating AB, 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 AB. So I'll meet you back here at the end of row number 22 once you've completed your 4 more combinations of row A and B. So I've just completed row 22, and now chain 1, turn my project around to move to row 23. So for row 23 here, it's actually pretty straightforward. What we're going to do here is just to do 8 single crochet, so 1 single crochet in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then we will do 15 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So now from the second chain from the hook, we will do single crochet all the way back. So this is basically row number 23 completed. So row 24, we will start with a single crochet from the second chain from the hook. So, and then 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way back. So 2, 3, you should have 22 single crochet at the end of row number 24. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now your 15 single crochet will end up on this solid portion here. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So this is row number 24. So now row number 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It's basically going to be the exact same thing. You will chain one in between each row, turn your project around, and you simply do 22 single crochet, one in each stitch. It's basically exactly what you did at the bottom section here. So you basically have row 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So the next 6 rows here is 22 single crochet in each row, basically one single crochet in each stitch. So go ahead and do that, and don't forget to chain one in between each row and turn your project around, and then I will meet you back here at the end of row 30. So go ahead and do 6 more rows of 22 single crochet in each row. All right, so I just completed my last stitch of row 30 here. So at this point, the flat letter Z is basically completed here. And like I mentioned in the beginning, you will need 2 of these. So if this is your first letter Z, you can go ahead and cut your yarn and then pull the yarn through with your hook to secure the stitch. But if it's your second one and you already made another one of the flat letter Z like me, please do not cut your yarn. We will use this yarn to continue doing single crochet all around the edge to basically sew the 2 pieces together. So since I have 2 pieces, how are we going to sew it together? Take your second Z and put on top of each other. Make sure that it's perfectly aligned. So the 2 letter Z's need to be perfectly aligned like this. Okay, and then what you're going to do is just insert your hook basically under the first stitch of this side, and then under the first stitch of the other side of the other Z here, and then you simply do single crochet. So if you have little pieces of yarn that are hanging, just put them inside the project to hide them. So do single crochet like this, and we will just continue doing single crochet all around the edges here. So as you can see, I'm just basically doing regular single crochet just to merge the 2 pieces together like this. So as you go, you can just make sure that everything is still aligned. And then you just continue doing this basically all around this letter Z here. when you arrive at the edge, like a corner here, what I like to do is insert 2 stitch at each corner. So this will make it easier to turn the project. So if you've been doing this side, if you do 2 single crochet in the corner here, it will naturally bring your crochet hook basically towards the other side like this. It will naturally turn because there's one more stitch here than needed. So it will turn your project, and then you just basically continue on this other side here. So yeah, continue doing this. And then also don't forget, before shutting this project closed completely, you will need to put stuffing. So use fiber fill or yarn scrap or cotton balls, whatever you have, to fill the middle portion before everything is shut, so that it can have the 3D effect. And like I said, if you have these little loose piece of yarn here, just make sure before you sew the project shut, bring these pieces of yarn inside the project so you can go around it so that this is on the inside. So I'll meet you back here towards the end to show you how to complete and sew in the end of the project. So I've just come around the entire letter Z here and almost done with basically my last stitch here. So once you've sewed in the entire thing with single crochet, to end this we will do a slip stitch. So insert your hook in the last stitch, pull the yarn through the stitch and also through the loop on the hook. So this is your slip stitch. Once you're done, just cut your yarn and then pull the yarn through with your hook. Just tighten your stitch, and we can just use a yarn needle just to put this little piece of yarn inside the project. So I just like to bring it in anywhere in the project like this, and then you can just cut this piece and you're basically done with the 3D letter Z. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon for another tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.